All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome back on this lovely Thursday, August 13th. How's everybody doing? Good to see you all. Good to see you. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, good. See you, Chuck, Charles, everyone on YouTube and Facebook Live. Well, so far this morning, there were a couple of decent stocks. Some of them are gapped up pretty big. The big winners so far was Penn. Penn has been doing phenomenal. Don't understand why it's not affecting or doing pretty well with DraftKings, but Penn is actually doing pretty well. You can see the stock gapped up really nicely. I know some of you guys jumped on it. It's a little expensive, not really our forte here, but there were a couple of the stocks that did move, like FAT is moving pretty nicely. You had the WORX, but they're not. We're going to check them out a little bit, but before we do, just to remind everybody, today is we're going to be doing our open house day today at 12 o'clock. So for some of you on YouTube and Facebook Live, just click on the bottom, subscribe to it. You see the little ticker on the bottom that's coming across. To learn more, to register, just go right to our homepage, and I'm going to teach you a lot about what's called level 3, level 4. It's one of the big things. I'm going to show you exactly what day trading is all about if you haven't joined us already, or maybe you just want to come again. But let's talk about tomorrow. Let's talk about what happened yesterday. There were a couple of good stocks. Yesterday we did a class. Our phase 3, we just finished up phase 3. Now, if you are a student of CyberTradingu University, it's on your dashboard. You can go back and review it. And I talked on something that was very, very critical that I was always trained as being a market maker here in New York, is that, you have to have a game plan. And, the thing is this, you can't have the computers do everything for you. You got to write things down. I want to show you this on so you guys on YouTube Live, you can see it here. Basically, that's why we tell you to go on the screen. So basically, if you're watching on YouTube, we're video broadcasting there, and you could see how I was trying to teach everyone about how to write things down. And one of the stocks that we were looking at was the BOXL. And if you're a student, you can go back and review it. But on that BOXL, I just want to do a quick little recap on that and just kind of show you something pretty cool here. So right here, you could see right here, there was a big resistance levels. Let me blow this up so you can see it pretty bigger on YouTube. Right here, you could see that there was a big resistance level at 260. Now, in that 260, if you look right here, let me bring back my video. So we had 177,000 share seller right there. So the stock had a major problem getting past that 260 when we were doing class. And sure enough, what ended up happening? Boom, the stock came right back down. Now, it was a great winner from 2 to about 280. But the thing is this, you have to follow the money. And we're going to talk about that today in today's 12 o'clock class. We're going to find that. But when you get to phase 3 lesson, that's where we really spend a lot of time talking about having a game plan, know where the support and resistance levels are. And when you write that stuff down, you don't need to chart anymore. The chart is a waste of your time. Okay. It's pretty. It's sexy. It makes you think you're smart. At the end of the day, it's a lagger. Okay. And you're not a lagger. You need to learn how to be a leader. And the way you need to be a leader is you got to follow this guy. Okay. The guy that has 177,000 shares was trying to dump at 260, not some Mr. Fibonacci, or 200 moving average, or the next crystal ball that somebody invented for you. All right. Listen, it works for swing trading or long-term trade. It does not work for day trade. You're wasting your time. Just kind of want to just throw that out there. All right. Now, a couple of stocks we also did trade too yesterday. It did really well. The IGC. Now, remember, students, in the afternoon class, I told you, I said, listen, IGC is pretty damn strong. I don't know what's up with the stock. Stocks are doing great. So the stock right here, Indian Global, it got pretty nasty here and there. It's back on the watch list. I put a star next to it. You can see it right there. Let me just bring this back on YouTube so you guys can watch it again. Right there. You can see that screen right there. That's got the star next to it. So we got a couple of lists right there. So that one basically is actually a pretty good stock, IGC. And for some of you students, I was telling you about, guys, this stock's really strong. And it's probably going to make a nice run going into the after hours. And guess what? It did, right? Right at the close, once again, we do trade after hours here. Some of you don't know that. Went from 250, just went to 350. Huge run up in that IGC. I think the news on it is basically they came out with a new drug or something like that. Alzheimer's drug, I think it was, or something like that. I mean, is that what it was? Who remembers? I don't know if everybody Everybody remember which one it was. It was one of those damn drugs. Okay. All right. So anyway, that was a nice little mover right there. And that one did pretty well. That one's going back on the watch list. Another one that we'd also trade. All the airlines did great. Okay. So listen, um, airlines have been doing great. They did back off yesterday, a little bit of a short. But listen, there's something going on with these airlines and these crew stocks. They've actually been doing pretty well lately. So I'm still doing pretty well on the airlines. I own it. A couple of days ago, I jumped into it. So I'm doing okay. Once again, they're probably a long-term play. They're a long-term play, maybe a year from now, because eventually we're going to get rid of this stupid virus. Okay. I know some of the virus stocks actually got hurt. We talked about that once Russia came out and said they came out with the first vaccine. So, that obviously throws a whole wrench into it. But I think eventually we're going to get back to the airlines and buy the good ones. Okay. Buy the good ones, not the garbage ones. There is any. All right. The SRNE was also a nice little move. She's still good this morning. She's back on my watch list again. This stock that we did trade, she's back over there. You can see she's on my list again. I'm going to keep an eye on that one. That stock was an awesome stock. You could see it. We traded in the past week, went from 8 to 18. It came back down pretty quickly. But she's very, very volatile, guys. You got to be a level 3 or higher cyber trader to trade the stock right here. TIGR, another one, great moving stock, $5.80 to $7. That was another good move. And SAVA, that one just literally just popped from 3 to 380. So those are all pretty good stocks out there that we traded. Now let's talk about what's moving this morning, because there are a couple of good stocks that are moving. So let's start talking off. Let's go back with the Penn trade again. So Penn, you could see it has been doing really, really well right here. Nice little move. The iceberg orders are pretty hard to see here. If you look at the level 3 on the right, we're looking right now, we're using the TradeStation platform. If you look on the right on the matrix, we have a couple of ECNs that are aggregated in there. And, it's a volatile stock. It's got a big spread. This stock is a category 3 or higher. Now, if you're a cyber trader, you know what that means. And for some of you that are new here, if you don't know what that means, you got to be a $500 plus trader a day to trade something like this. What that means is that you can afford to lose $500 a day. If you can't do that, you shouldn't be trading these kind of stocks. Okay. Believe me, there's 25,000 stocks out there. You can't trade them all, but this one is not bad. But this one is one of the top of the list. And I know a lot of you guys already did pretty well. Something a little bit also that was so volatile this morning. I don't know where the hell this came from, but this stock FAT, FAT, Fat Brands, this thing just took off right around 7 o'clock this morning. Ran from like $5.50 all the way up to about $12. You could see it's up 200%. But you see it just kind of stopped right here. So I don't know what that's all about. It really hasn't gone anywhere. I would like to see what happens when it opens. She does got support here right around 1050. I'm not really seeing a major iceberg order. I do see a 5,000 share order out there. You see it there on the bottom right. So, I mean, that's not huge. You know what I mean? Not like, 160,000 share buyer. But I'm not really sold on it, but because it's volatile, trade 8 million shares, I definitely want to keep an eye on this one going into the open. But as of pre-market, not really anything good. Another stock that we traded, we did really well with this one too. This one from $1 to $4. She backed off huge. She took a big hit yesterday, but she's up a little bit today, up 19%, 11,000 shares. The nice thing about this stock, you can trade several thousand shares of it. Look at the level 3 over there on the right. You got huge orders. I mean, if you're showing less than 1,000, you're what we call a piker. Okay. So, I mean, everyone's got 26,000, 46,000, 18,000. So this stock's going to trade some ridiculous amount of volume. It already traded 11 million and the market's not even open. We still got about another 15 minutes, but that stock was a fun stock to trade. We did really well with that. And if you're an advanced trader, you can trade several thousand shares of it. Everybody here at Cyber Trading knows this stock. WORX. We killed it on this thing. This thing has a gorgeous Fausto flag on the long-term trade. You can see it. This thing took a huge hit, had a huge rally, great short squeeze. Once again, if you want to know more about short squeeze, I did a quick video on YouTube. Look up short squeeze and I should come up. But you know what? She's up there right now. She's up there. Guys, remember, go back to your journals. If you did what we taught you what to do and you followed good, if you followed good instructions, you should know how to trade this stock because you knew what we did when we traded it back about a week ago. But WorkX is obviously going to be on our trade. Another one that we've been trading to that obviously is moving again is the SRNE. We've been trading this stock too for the past month. Great little mover stock. She does get a little nasty once in a while. Get a couple of shakes here and there. Great pre-market, 11,000, up 11%, 5.6 million shares. Got great volume. The stock is obviously going to be right where we want it. Nice little stock right there. We're going to trade. RVLV is another one I found this morning, up by 19%. I'm just not too crazy about the spottiness in the pre-market. That's not what we want. So this is going to be probably a second or third stock on the list. This is like second or third protocol. Remember how you got plan A, plan B, plan Z? This is like plan C. Okay. As of right now, IGC, you already know about that one. I threw back on there again. This stock is just what a tear this thing took off. I mean, what a great stock. We already know about this one, how to trade it. SPA. Remember that one? I don't know what happened. This thing just took off at 8:30. Just went from like 360 to 430. You all remember this stock. We traded it back in the middle of June when it ran from 4 to 8. I mean, this is the company that does the spas and the malls, I think it is. I mean, or the spa, and not just the malls, but the airport. Anyway, it looks like it's got some big moves right there. And then obviously the Penn trade. Penn got that big resistance right out there at the 35.50. All right, guys. So that pretty much does it. A couple of people shooting out some winners out here. Let's go out there and share with everybody in the trading in the Cyber Group room. So we got what do we got here? So you could see, Gene, you made about 19 cents on IGC. Iceberg order right there, Leo. Neil, you made about 10 cents already in pre-market. Guys, way to go. Jerry made 35 cents in IGC already at 220. Look at that. Let me give you guys a round of applause. Maybe get my little audio thing here. Yeah, let's give you guys a round of applause. Congratulations. Nice. It's always nice to start with a nice profit early in the morning. All right. Anything I'm missing, cyber traders? Anything else that's out there that I'm missing? I think we pretty much got them all. I always like to ask anyone on YouTube, Facebook Live. All right. So just remember, everybody, we're going to post a link up there. But today, don't forget, 12 o'clock, free live trading session with Fausto. That's me. Don't miss that opportunity. It's once again, it's our biggest event of the week. So if you're new here, or you want to learn a little bit more, just click on the bottom, like us, follow us, register, and we'll get you into it. Listen, trading is not for everybody. You're hearing all this great stuff that's going on. The market's almost going to test a brand new high. And being in a big catastrophe like this is what we train for. It's what you want to do. And now, here's your opportunity. Don't lose it. Because remember, I tell all my students this. September, October, and November are the best months of the year, especially now we're going into an election, especially the elections going on. So there's going to be depending who's leading, who's first, who's second, I'm telling you, this market's going to get very volatile. And regardless of what your political beliefs are or what's going to happen to the virus, there's no better place and no better job than be a trader. You got to learn how to day trade first. So don't lose this opportunity. All right, guys? So I will see you all back here at 12 o'clock. If you're in the Cyber Group room, we're going to start commentating about 15 minutes. All right? Good luck. Be safe. And let's make some money. All right, guys? And then let's get ready for enjoy our rest of our weekend. Good luck, everyone. Happy trading.